welcome back to the NJCAAE Esports League here in our grand finals. I'm Emma, and I'm going to be here with Improv, and we're going to be casting for you tonight. Very excited for this rematch that we have coming up. How are you feeling about this, Improv?
It should be exciting. I mean, we have the Centralia Trailblazers versus the Laredo Palominos, and we have seen earlier in the year, we had iFox on earlier from Laredo College. He was playing banjo then. We'll see if he's doing the same this time around, but it was a pretty solid 3-0 from him, so we'll see how he does here, where he's coming from winners finals. He did manage to win a close 3-2 set, so this should be a bit of a closer match. They're both getting warmed up here, and we are seeing the Nest from Charlie D and the banjo from iFox, as we expected.
Some fun facts about iFox. So I think his main character based off of PG stats is actually Snake, but he's been playing a lot of banjo in this tournament that I've been seeing. And he got 17th at Coinbox 83, which was 712 people. So that is a great placement. He definitely knows his way around Wi-Fi. And then also I was looking at his stats and it said he got 3rd at Rise and Grind. And I was really confused because I was like, I remember watching this top 8 and I do not think he was in it, but that's for the ultimate singles random. So apparently he has a crazy random if he got 3rd. He lost to like 2 really good players. So definitely excited to see this set. Very good player. Also, same thing with Charlie D. Got 129th at Port Priority 8 pretty recently, which was like one of the most stacked tournaments of the year. So really good stuff there as well. Definitely excited to see how these two are going to stack up in the rematch.
And recently, just this weekend, went to Domino Effect 2023, one of the bigger tournaments of the weekend, and got 9th there, almost cracked the top 8. Very close. And interesting fact is both players at Charlie D at Domino Effect and then iFox at the Coinbox, both were taken out by a hero player. But thankfully for them, no hero players here. They're just going to be Ness and Banjo, 2 very honest characters instead.
I don't know that I would call Banjo
very
honest,
very honest characters. No hero.
More honest than hero, so right. I'll give you that.
Right, but it seems to be getting right into game 1 here. And Centralia College has the opportunity for the run back and hoping to get the victory over iFox this time around. We'll see how he has managed to adjust in the time between now and winners finals.
So one thing about Ness, he's going to be using a lot of these short hop aerials to control a lot of space. Short hop fair and short hop nair are going to be really good. Usually you're going to see a lot of like retreating nair and pushing forward with fair, as we see here. And so Banjo might really struggle with that, but the thing about Banjo is he just has great damage output with his projectiles. So if we're able to see iFox use that grenade that he's throwing out a lot in his favor, it can be a ton of damage. You do have to worry about the what would that be called? Like the absorb magnet. That's what it's called. Yeah, you do have to, if the grenade explodes in that, then you do have to worry about Ness being able to recover some health. But
yeah, you have to be careful about just throwing it around, because you can then do the snake tactic, where you just grab it, wait a second, and then press down B, heal that up for free.
It looks like right now Charlie D feeling very comfortable at the ledge, playing super patient, but yeah, that fair from Banjo is going to be a ton of percent. We're kind of seeing a reversal here, but trying to use that Wonder Wing to catch Charlie D running to the other side of the stage. Not going to work out for him. Going to see a back throw off stage, and Ness is really scary at the ledge here, but uses the armor of the Wonder Wing to get through that up smash. Up smash and down smash are going to be really scary when you're up against Ness, especially if you have to recover to the ledge. That down smash can cover a lot of your options off of the ledge, so have to be super careful.
Yeah, very smart option, but it is now dangerous because he is out of Wonder Wing, so he does not have that as an option anymore going into the last pieces of this first stock, but he does lose it first, and Charlie D is going to be taking an early lead here.
Have to watch out for a throw here, or I think up tilt's also very strong. Any smash attack is going to kill at this percent too. Both of these characters are definitely known for their kill power, especially with that Ness back throw like we saw, but they're not really going to struggle with killing if iFox is able to actually get the hit on Ness. But so far it seems like Charlie D's just playing super aggressive here and getting a ton of percent off of these fairs. PK Fire going to come in clutch too.
Yeah, great fade away from Charlie D, and he just has been having iFox stuck at ledge his entire match. iFox has been playing from behind pretty much the entire time, and it's really showing here as he's almost losing his second stock at this point.
Like that immediate get up there from iFox, just not even letting Ness set up the down smash and time it. But yeah, unfortunate SD there, not going to make it back to the ledge. And yeah, Charlie D still holding on to that first stock. So far, pretty dominant game for him.
Yeah, it seemed like iFox was trying to use the grenade to grab it, but he did miss on the air dodge. Does get the first kill finally here, though. And, I mean, there's still plenty of opportunities he can set up with the egg shots, but as we mentioned earlier, he does have to be careful about throwing out the grenade, because that's an easy heal for Ness if it's not placed well.
Right, and again, this patience, just not throwing out a lot of hitboxes, doesn't want to be stuck in the air against Banjo, so just waiting, seeing what option we're going to see from Ledge. Okay, but that aggressive fair out of the corner going to play out really well for iFox, able to get a lot of percent off of that, but I'm loving the magnet tricks that we're seeing here from Ness. Trying to use that back air to wall out Banjo, grabbing the grenade, throwing it back at him. We might see some tricks here if we're able to see like a combo off of that. Tries to go for another one there, but not able to get the follow-up, and just able to catch with that up smash instead, taking game 1.
Great job from Charlie D. We saw he's just very good at controlling the projectiles and just controlling the space on stage in general. He was not really at any point particularly pressured and was just doing a great job of keeping Banjo out with his aerials and, you know, making sure that the grenade wasn't as much of a factor as it usually is.
Yeah, for sure.
As for iFox, it does feel like he does need to figure out how to deal with the range that Ness has on his aerials, because he was just kind of getting stuffed out every time, and it just kept getting leading to those ledge trap situations where Charlie D was very much winning.
Yeah, for sure. It felt like Charlie D was using a lot of fair to like push towards the ledge, and then iFox was just really struggling to get back onto stage or getting off of the ledge. And then in a lot of situations where it felt like iFox was starting to roll some damage on, Charlie D would just run to the other side of the stage, and although Wonder Wing's like a great burst option because of that armor on it, it is pretty laggy if you whiff it. So a lot of the time we were seeing that iFox was using that Wonder Wing to try to catch up to Charlie when he's running across the stage, and then he's caught in the lag, and that's just extra damage for Charlie. So I think maybe like a smaller stage could be beneficial to deal with that, but we'll see going into this game too. Did they go back to PS2?
iFox, he was doing well on that first stock, like getting a lot of the Wonder Wings going, and that was maybe like, you know, partially the surprise of it coming out right at the start of the set, but as it went on, Charlie D was dealing with it better and better. And that was definitely a problem for iFox, and we'll see how he is able to deal with that as the set goes on.
Right, kind of keeping Charlie D trapped on the platform here. Gonna be really hard to deal with getting off the platform against Banjo. You might have to use like a drop through aerial. But yeah, iFox just able to get a lot of damage so far here. Tries to use the Wonder Wing, but able to kind of hang out in the air with the PK Fire there and avoid it. Okay, PK Fire off the platform is also going to be a great way to control a lot of space, control a lot of approaches, but if you're able to run right under it, you might be able to get underneath Ness on the platform, which is another great way to like add that pressure on. Love that down tilt to send it back off stage as well. Oh yeah, unfortunate.
I don't know if he was trying to hit one of the eggs. I don't think that would have given him an opportunity to recover, but either way, not going to survive in that case. And we're seeing iFox, that was kind of felt like the first dominant ledge trap situation that he's had all set so far, and that worked out very well for him, but not going to be able to get out of the PK Fire before he gets hit with the bat, so that is an early stock, or that is a stock for the Centralia Trailblazers there.
Love the extension there with the PK Fire. Tries to go for a Nair off of that. Using a lot more Nair here to control space instead of Fair. Okay. Yeah, but that Fair long-lasting hitbox is going to be able to outweight that spot dodge. And it looks like iFox is trapped at the ledge here, but able to use a tech chase situation in his favor to send Charlie to the other side of the stage. Love that Fair as well. Oh my gosh, the explosive Wonder Wing!
Yeah, so he was actually holding on to those a lot better than he did the first game, so that was less expected when it came out, so he was not able to just simply run away and punish it as he had done the first set. Very well done from iFox there, and I've been noticing, he's been mixing up his defensive options as well, so he's looking so much better on this game too as compared to game 1 here.
Right, and thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense to play Banjo into this matchup instead of Snake too, because I know that Snake Ness is very hard for Snake, just because he's able to absorb a lot of the grenades, and so it's just so much free recovered damage for Ness, which like we haven't really seen the grenade from Banjo really come into play with that too much. A lot of the time we're seeing that Charlie D is just throwing it back at him instead, trying to go for like extensions. Love that Wonder Wing back onto the stage rather than trying to deal with that ledge trap situation there instead. Okay, but great mash out of that grab.
Yeah, not being next to each other, it's kind of harder to tell when, he's going wild on the sticks trying to get out of those buries. So was not prepared for him to come out that early, did not get anything out of it.
Great. Choosing to use the high recovery here. Love that, like, ambiguous movement there to get back onto stage rather than trying to deal with the yo-yo ledge trap. I think that that's, like, a huge thing that's coming into play here is just how innovative iFox was off stage. But yeah, it's not going to matter. Going to die to that nair there. And Charlie D is going to take game 2 as well, which this is a best of 5, but also Charlie D will have to get the reset as well since, right?
Correct, yes, because he did lose the first, lose winner's final, so it did have to come in through loser side to get the run back. But yeah, we saw he, once again adjusted, noticed that he was starting to throw out those Wonder Rings more as the game went on, and just, faded back once again, waited for the option, got the PK fire, and a beautiful follow-up for the high recovery, and just getting that kill at a pretty early percent means that Charlie D was able to take that in what looked to be in iFox's favor for most of that match.
Yeah, that game was definitely a lot closer than the first one was, but I think a lot of those adaptations were really working out. I think that we might see like a game 5, especially with the way that iFox was playing and his recoveries. It just didn't really work out there at the end.
Yeah, but we are seeing the same stage here, which I believe is a smart choice. As you said, a smaller stage. The longer platforms also help Banjo here, so a good choice from iFox. No reason to change going into game 3.
A lot of the time, I think that Banjo's trying to use a lot of nair, but it takes a while to come out, and so I think that Ness is able to throw out his like faster hitboxes with his aerials instead and kind of stuffing out a lot of Banjo's moves, and that might be like a big problem that we're seeing for iFox. Okay, but that PK fire onto stage, definitely like very ambiguous, but gonna work out for Charlie D.
It's just been getting a lot of mileage for him throughout the set, and yeah, it's just with a weird floaty way that Ness jumps, it kind of gives you almost like an extra jump or just an extra stall when you throw out the PK fire in the air. Sometimes very hard to deal with because you expect something that does not happen. Oh, getting out of the up air though, that would have been the kill on iFox, but iFox still living.
Like that attempt there, not going to work out, but going to die to Wonder Wing across the stage. Very strong
Wonder Wing
move.
plus grenade. That's a rough combo, and he will die for that. Dying immediately to the down smash on the off the Angel platform. So we do have an even game once again.
Seeing a lot more fair for approach. I love the use of the PK fire when landing, and then using the fair for like rising aerials.
And once again, Banjo forced to the corner. iFox is going to have to work his way in, and he does manage to do that with the nair.
Yeah, I think in like an air-to-air sense, Ness is definitely a better character against Banjo, but I think if iFox is able to capitalize off of a lot of these situations where Ness is on the platform, we might see a lot more damage, which can definitely lead to a stock. Banjo doesn't really struggle with killing, but it seems like he's struggling with getting a lot of openings for damage.
We did, however, see the same setup that ended the second game where, he knows that iFox wants to just up B at a disadvantage there when he's getting caught out of his Wonder Wing, and so that happened almost exactly the same way, and he almost lost his second stock for it, but he is still surviving here. Oh, bit of a missed DI there does cause him to die a little earlier than he should have, but, I mean, still a close set here, 80% on Charlie D.
24%, that's so much damage.
And honestly, we haven't been seeing much healing coming out of Charlie D, but he hasn't really needed it so thus far. Has won both of these games, and this third game is looking good as well. Grenade coming out. It does seem like iFox is following the grenade quite often, which means you can't just heal for free because you'll likely get hit, especially with Wonder Wing in as an option. So probably just smart play from Charlie D. Keep it patient. Not going to do anything crazy here.
Great, love that use of fair, like drift back fair to catch the dash attack. Able to make it back to stage without having to use the up B, which is huge, because you're definitely like lingering there for a little bit, and so that gives Banjo an opportunity to run off and hit you with an aerial.
Yeah, but once again, just aerial PK fire doing so much damage. I wonder if there's just a way to find out how much damage side B has done so far in this set, because it is absolutely pivotal. Oh, that is death, too. Can't get normal get up against that. It just lasts as long as you want it to. So that is going to be a quick 3-0 to reset the bracket. He did get his run back, but he's going to have to do it once more if he does want to close this out for Centralia College.
Yeah, Charlie D definitely showing why he's the first seed in this tournament. Playing really, really hot right now. I think, especially in those ledge trap situations, it's just really hard to play against Ness, especially when you're getting towards like the kill throw percent as well. Neutral get up seems like the best option in that situation. You don't want to jump up into a back air, and he was kind of standing around roll distance, but yeah, that up smash it's killer, dude. So I have to be really careful in those situations.
I'm curious to see, though, I wonder if he is going to think about switching over to the Snake. I'm sure that's at least, in the thought process, because right now it's just looking rough. Like, only that second game did he look like he had control. Each other game felt like he was just always on the back foot, always getting pushed off stage, getting ledge trapped, and it's been rough for the Banjo. I don't think either of those matchups are particularly good for iFox. But we'll have to see if he tries something new, or if he's just going to go right back to small battlefield, try it again, see if he can get something going this time around. But he's going to have to make some adjustments, because especially with the PK fire, maybe he's not prepared for the stall that it causes in the air. But he's just been getting hit each time, and it's just been racking up tons of damage and setting up for kills.
Well, apparently he has a crazy random, so maybe he could pick a character that has a pretty decent matchup against
I want
Ness.
to see the random. Just hit the question mark button. Just do it for the crowd. Do it for the college.
In grand finals, why not? There's nothing on the line.
Prove that you're truly the trailblazer. Who cares about Centralia? It's all about the Laredo Palominos.
So true.
Truly wild Mustangs out there.
Yeah, I didn't know that Palomino was a horse until we had looked it up.
I don't know. I think it's like a specific kind of horse, but I don't know about horses well enough to know. I'll assume that they're like native to that particular part of Texas, because it makes sense. Sure, why not?
Why not?
But so it does seem like there is some thought process. Maybe consulting his coach. I don't know if that's if coaching is legal in this particular tournament.
Well,
I'd
it's
imagine
not
as
mid-set coaching, technically,
it is
if
like,
the set's already happened.
True, yeah.
It's in between sets, so it's not mid-set coaching, so...
It's just mid-tournament coaching, and that's really okay. I don't know, like, has that actually happened before, where, somebody was between grand final set, and they just kind of, like, went off to talk to somebody and get some coaching? Like, I feel like that has to have come up before. Like,
especially
there has
like
to be precedence.
Top players, top-level play, I imagine that's probably pretty common.
Somebody's figured out a ruling on that one way or the other. But either way, I mean, it's good to take your time. You don't want to just like rush back in, especially if you feel like you're on the back foot. There's no reason to be like, all right, well, we have to, I don't want to waste time. We have to get back in. Like, no, take your time. If you have to think about it, look over notes on your phone, on your notebook, whatever you have. Like, you got to figure out, like, how can I deal with what's been plaguing me with those Ness aerials, with the aerial PK fire, with my recoveries. How can I make it so that I'm not getting caught out as much as I have been?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a VOD out there. We're streaming it right now, so maybe he's doing VOD review.
We can do a live VOD review. Exactly. You can tune into your favorite Ohio casters, which I'm glad we have, Eastern Seaboard casters for this Western United States tournament, but
Hey, we're unbiased,
Unbiased.
I always run into that issue where I'm like casting with a Michigan caster, Ohio versus Michigan matches, and it's just impossible to stay unbiased. So low-key, it's a blessing.
Sometimes you need that bias. Like we had the Boomer and Zoomer. Somebody is okay. Never mind. Anyway, we had the Boomer versus Zoomer crew battle at Ultimate Summit or Columbus Summit this weekend. We had to have biased commentary on the couches. That's just important. You have to have half Boomers, half Zoomers. Otherwise, it's just not. It's not right.
For sure. Who are even the Boomers in Columbus now?
I mean, it's like me, Zane, other Zane, Mike Drop. I mean, like a surprising amount of us are hitting our 30s, which is wild to think of. But there's also like BFP. Mindset is, I guess, considered a Boomer. He's like 26. But it's, what is a Boomer in the Smash scene is different than what is a Boomer in real life. It's a whole different other thing.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's like it's just all Zoomers. Like even the millennials are falling out. We're not there no more. We've moved on to like other things. Okay, they are.
We're selecting characters.
It would be interesting if both change. I don't see any reason for Charlie D to change, but maybe he just wants to have a bit of fun, mess around a little bit.
Maybe he's changing the color.
Nope, same color, same characters, everything kind of going as we would expect as we go into the Grand Finals reset here. But iFox is going to have to find some changes in his gameplay in order to figure out how to beat Charlie D's Ness. Oh, Charlie D very confident, saying he's going to win this time.
And definitely showing it too with his gameplay. Been very impressed so far. Okay, but that back air going to be a problem. Ooh, I love that air dodge there. The American air dodge, usually seen as like a bad thing, but recognizing that the Wonder Wing at the ledge was going to be there. Oh my gosh.
As I said, he has a read on that panic up B. Every time he's falling out of that of the aerial PK fire, he just always up Bs right afterwards, and that's just been sniffed out time and time again. He has to be careful about throwing that out like that. And there is the grenade. Just grab that, you know, chill in your down B, and you could just heal up for free. Already this game one looking very rough for iFox.
Because he used the PK fire and then used the fair to cover the roll back at the ledge. Even though like roll back is not something that a lot of people would pick, I think that he's got like a really good read on a lot of iFox's movement.
Alright, trying to use the side B to get through the PK fire. Of course, Ness was not anywhere near, so it's not really getting him too much outside of just getting out of that particular situation. But the up B out of the PK fire, once again, has to be careful with that.
And again, I think that Charlie D just has such a good read on like these neutral get-ups as well. Gonna see a back throw, not gonna kill just yet though, but sent off stage, and that's where all of iFox's stocks have been taken, so have to be super careful here.
Alright, nice big fair to get in, push him all the way out, and now he does have his own ledge trap situation, which Banjo is really good at, but it won't matter if he gets through regardless. The back throw will seal out the second stock, 3-1 right now.
Great match there. Again, usually we'd see a stock taken there, but just able to mash out of that down throw. Ooh, but yeah, that up tilt gonna catch the landing. And again, Charlie D just with a great lead here. It's up 2 stocks to 1.
And Charlie D just doing a great job of not giving iFox any free stocks, not going to, you know, catch him on a lazy mash. Oh, falling a little low, should be fine, except he is able to follow up, so that is a quick stock to take the first game. And a 2 stock for this first game, and looking pretty good. 1-0 going into game 2, going into this final set. Regardless of the result, this will be the final set.
Fortunate there. Don't think he meant to go off stage that deep, and it's pretty easy for Ness to find that down air. It is like a decent hitbox, and we've seen that Charlie D is just really comfortable off stage, especially against this Banjo. So not what you want to see if you're an iFox fan for that game 1, but I think that a lot of that was just a lot of panic options, and so I think if he's able to like compose himself, this game 2 could be a lot closer.
Yeah, and while I'm not specifically a Laredo College fan, I am hoping to see some wins come from iFox, because I want to, you know, this to be a closer set. Want to see some game 5 juicer matches, but hopefully he figures it out as he goes into game 2 here, and I believe probably will go back to small battlefield. That was a good choice. Nothing changed there, but he has been losing here as well.
I think maybe going for like a battlefield or a Smashville might be beneficial as well. Just something even smaller. But I think
I feel like Hollow Bastion would be quite nice if that is a legal stage in this tournament. That is a question mark, however. We don't know exactly.
That's true. That's a valid point. Yeah, just
you do have to be a little careful about taking Ness to battlefield, because he does love those triplats. If Yoshi Story is legal, got to be careful there as well.
That's true, but I also feel like a lot of Charlie D's game plan has been like very horizontal. He's using a lot of the fair rising and a lot of PK fire to cover his landing, and so I think iFox has been the one that's been like trapping Ness on the platform more often, and I think maybe even having that top platform for like a retreat away from a lot of these ledge traps could be beneficial for iFox as well.
Yeah, and the platforms are just very good for any sort of egg shooting shenanigans that Banjos tend to like to do. Mm-hmm. Especially, managed to get a cheeky little PK fire in there to kind of keep him away, keep him trapped on legend, and he's still not really able to retake center stage. Still not dead either, however, and it's going to be able to make it back to stage, but he just can't get back to the middle, but forcing his way in with the Wonder Wing, some invincibility will help him get through that.
Back air not going to take it either. These guys holding on to their stocks for dear life. Ooh, yeah, but just not going to be able to make it back there.
Yeah, not able to grab the grenade for an extra bit of survivability off stage. So now going to eat a lot of damage, actually not getting the follow-up forward air, but still continuing the string, gaining damage. But once again, grenade into side B, I mean, seems to work pretty well. Kind of tricks him into grabbing it, and then he's just dead to the Wonder Wing.
I love the spacing that we're seeing from Charlie D with his fares on shield. He's making it really hard for iFox to punish out his shield as well, which I think is like a huge problem for iFox. Banjo doesn't have like a great out of shield to begin with, but especially when Charlie D is just able to space a lot of his aerials, I really don't know what Banjo's supposed to do about that.
Yeah, it kind of fades in and out, and it's hard for Banjo to really have... He's not really fast enough to chase after, you know, the strong fade back that Ness has.
Able to catch that recovery towards center stage. And yeah, able to shark him out of the air with that up air as well, sitting at 51%. We've seen that Banjo's able to get a lot of damage. If he's able to get those grenades, they're doing a decent amount of damage. Have to be super careful here because we've seen that Charlie's very comfortable with throwing it right back at him.
And, you know, definitely going to be comfortable just to, you know, take some risks here because he is just far ahead and he keeps seeming to get further ahead. And it's, you know, once a player is this comfortable, it's just going to be hard to get him frazzled again, and that's what iFox is going to have to do. He has to, like, make this comeback, otherwise it's just going to look so bad being down 2-0 after the reset.
For sure.
Oh, that is a okay, he did try to up B, but the PK fire actually helped him a little bit by keeping him low, keeping him out of harm's way there. So it does keep this stock for a bit longer, but going to get back-aired for the kill, and that is 2-0 for Charlie D.
You definitely have to watch out for against Ness as he's able to do a double back air out of a full hop. So we saw him throw out the first one, and I don't think iFox was prepared for the second one there. And so Charlie was definitely able to catch him off guard and take that last stock.
Yeah, Ness is like one of those characters where, like, even if they're, you know, mashing buttons in your face, you have to respect them because they can just do it. Like, you just have to know that they can just do it sometimes. And it feels bad to just sit there and have to retreat when they're just pressing buttons in your face, but that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, I think something I'd like to see more is more grabs from iFox if he's able to find them. Again, with all these hitboxes, it can be really hard to like actually find that. But I think in a lot of the situations where iFox is at the ledge and he's trying to get towards center stage, he's using Wonder Wing. And so Charlie D's just able to wait that out, run up, grab him afterwards, and then get a ton of damage off of that. I think if he were to run and grab out of the ledge, that might be more beneficial if he's able to throw him off stage, because Ness's recovery is like pretty telegraphed in the way that he's going to use it if he's not able to like air dodge back to the ledge. So I think if he tries to go for more grabs, that could be helpful in like taking some earlier stocks and trying to like gimp Ness.
Yeah, and we have seen, you know, the few times that iFox has had Ness off stage, he had a lot of trouble actually getting back, but that just hasn't happened often enough for him to actually take a solid lead in this set. Oh, getting dangerous out there again, but he does actually manage to stay far enough away to not get punished on the up B.
Yeah, and just that faster frame data for Ness is just coming so in clutch for Charlie D.
I know, Charlie D being so slippery, though, it's only able to get like a few stray hits in here and there, so iFox is really struggling. Meanwhile, you know, once again, we got a ledge trap situation. I thought he was going to go for the grab, which I think would have killed from there. But still, you know, putting on so much pressure and getting the grab that time around, that will definitely kill. Looking so good. Looking like he's poised to take this whole tournament right now.
Right, I love the way that iFox is moving around the PK fires now, recognizing a lot of the times when Charlie D is on the platform like that, he's looking to send the PK fire towards center stage, and so just running underneath the platform and retreating a little bit rather than getting hit by it and letting Charlie D get all of that damage. Ooh, but this is an opportunity, not able to find it though.
Yeah, Magna Hands just kind of scooped him right back in there, right out of danger. So looking pretty solid, and that will be a big string, 55 damage already. Dangerous far recovery, but of course he does have the Wonder Wing to kind of just, you know, negate any possible danger of an interception.
Okay. Yeah, and Charlie's just able to use that shield to wait out the grenade, and yeah, not gonna make that back either.
That's no good. Not just slightly out of range. I don't know if he had his third jump there in order to make it back, but the air dodge was not enough.
I'd like to see iFox go off stage more often and try to contest against Ness's recovery. If you just like force a long-lasting fair out there, it's going to make him a lot harder to recover. Ooh,
okay. Okay, that time was so smart to do the early up B, get out of there. But yeah, we saw the mash come into effect again. Like, he was buried, he was good as dead, and he still got out. I don't know exactly how he's managing to do that, but
really
some
good
sort of
at
voodoo is
Mario
just making
Party.
it work.
He has to be really good at Mario Party.
Yeah, no, he's got like that double thumb technique or something going on. He's crazy. Alright, has the ledge trap, just goes straight through, just not really respecting iFox's ledge trap ability there, and just kind of getting right through, and that running in with the down smash, not actually able to get the kill though. Maybe messing around a little bit too much with that there, but I mean, still looking very good here. You know, iFox is going to have to get through 2 fresh stocks in order to win.
Patience here from Charlie is just so scary. Ooh, but an opportunity off stage. Tries to use the fair to catch the roll. Okay, I love that up tilt, recognizing when the PK fire was going to happen and from what angle, but now kind of trapped on the platform here himself.
Nice fade away on the fair though. It does get Ness pushed on out of there, but gonna grab the grenade. That's very scary, and he's gonna have to do a high recovery, which is the death of him landing on that platform. Charlie D was prepared for that, and now he manages to take the set 3-0. 2 3-0s, a 6-0 clean set from Charlie D in order to take the set and the whole tournament.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, in winners finals, I think that it was a game 5 and iFox actually ended up taking it. So the great adaptation in between sets as well from Charlie D. Just played out of his mind. Great stuff there. Really on what word am I looking for? He played really well off stage. His edge guards were on point. Just really good at like finding those down air spikes, really good at finding the ledge traps. So I think that was really hard to deal with, but I think iFox definitely put up a really good fight as well.
Yeah, I wonder if he like studied up on the ledge trap habits that iFox had in between matches, because you could totally tell like he had a very good read on it going into this set, and you carried him throughout. It got him so many stocks, just figuring out that he can place a well placed PK fire or down smash and force an option out of iFox, and then just punish whatever happens afterwards, which often was just that early up B that kept putting him right into a zone where Charlie D was just able to get the kill over and over again.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that Banjo's also like a very flowchart character. If you don't understand how the grenade works and how he's throwing it, what type of like opportunities for extra damage he's looking for, it can be really hard to play against if you don't know the flowchart. So I think maybe there was like some studying with that as well, just kind of figuring out Banjo as a character. Because if you recognize when he's going to pull grenade, when he's going to throw grenade, and especially the Wonder Wings, if you know when he's going to Wonder Wing out of things or from the ledge, that's just like a huge game changer because it is so strong and it has that armor on it. And so it can lead to some pretty early stocks or like missed opportunities to take stocks if you're not ready for it. So I think that probably was like a big adaptation as well.
But either way, congratulations to our player from Southern Washington, from Centralia College, Charlie D. I believe we're going to be getting him on a mic soon to give us an interview, but we'll see when that happens. But in the meantime, I would like to mention that this is a broadcast from NJCAAE Esports, and this is a league for those smaller community colleges that don't have maybe don't have the same access to larger esports leagues and whatnot. But of course, as we saw here today, can put out some pretty good shows. That was very impressive play from Charlie D. And iFox, also very impressive, but just couldn't quite figure out how to deal with the Ness. And so I'm sure there'll be more leagues, more tournaments going on as the school year goes on. But this, I'm imagining the end of season, end of year tournament for this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, but I've been like very impressed with working with this esports league, and they offer a bunch of opportunities outside of the competition as well. They offer like broadcasting and media opportunities as well. So like definitely a great thing for those community colleges and 2-year colleges that don't really have a lot of those opportunities outside of that.
Yeah, so
Somebody
shout outs
joined and then
to
somebody
the
left.
organization for doing great things out here. And we did have somebody
we have
pop
the
into the
player?
room for
Yeah.
a second. I don't know who that was exactly. I think that's like the coach for the team, but
Okay.
who knows? Maybe they're just sharing a computer. Could have been the player. Well, we'll see when it happens here. But
Okay, I think we're ready. I think
we
are
are
ready to bring
ready
in
for
Charlie
him.
D.
All right, hello. You are
Hello.
on the air.
Oh, hello. Great to be here.
Congratulations. Great stuff. Very impressed with your play. Do you have any adaptations that you did in between winners finals and grand finals?
The main thing I did was just look back on the first VOD we did. We had our own stream recording, so I was
Yeah.
able to study up on what his habits were.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed like you were punishing a lot of his ledge habits, and I was thinking that must have been something that you studied up, maybe talked to somebody else about in between sets in order to figure out how do I deal with this. And like your answer seemed to be very very effective there.
Yeah, he just kept doing the same options as from the VOD, so I was able to just catch them.
Yeah, we were mentioning like playing against Banjo is a bit of a learning curve. Were you like happy to go fighting against Banjo going into this set, or were you worried he might pull out a snake? Like, which one were you hoping for going into this final set?
Honestly, I preferred either or. We in our local team we have our own Banjo players, so I'm just experienced in this matchup, and Nesta's pretty good against Snake. So either way, I was confident going into the matchup.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And so, what was I gonna say? So, like, also, were you thinking like, he is having trouble dealing with my aerials just kind of stuffing out his approaches, so that's something I'm going to spend more time like just throwing out there along with like the stall of the PK fire. Like, what's your plan in terms of just like neutral stage?
My plan was really just wait for him to do an option. Like I noticed he had a habit of relying on a grenade and also just kind of backing up. So when it came time to like approaching or him approaching, I just played patient until I saw my opening.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of like that patience, especially at the ledge, just waiting for him to pick the option first and then reacting, and it worked out really well for you. Yeah.
So once again, we'd like to say congratulations on winning this tournament. And then, is there? I guess I don't entirely know how this works. Is there like another season happening on the second half of the year, or is that kind of like the conclusion of the league at the current point in time?
I imagine there'd be another league, and if there is, I'm going to be joining.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Well, we look forward to seeing you, hopefully.
I can't wait to be back.
Yeah, good stuff. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you for having me.
All right, all right. So that should be all today for today's broadcast of the grand finals of the NJCAA Esports Smash Ultimate League. Whew, that's a lot of words. But I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I imagine we're going to be heading off here. But I was improv commentating, and I was here with. Oh, I think you're muted there for some reason. Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. We're good. We're good.
Okay, cool. I've been Emma. You can follow me on Twitter at reallifesamus_. If you like my comms or you have any critiques, definitely let me know. I'm open to a lot of criticism, and definitely check out some upcoming Smash events. I'll hopefully be casting as well, and definitely follow Improv on Twitter as well.
Yep, at La Perdana. Very easy to pronounce. Thankfully, pretty easy to spell. It's just a lot of A's. Either way. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you around next season.